Hi, I'm Victor Rivera, and this is D&Me, where I play with myself. I play D&D with myself. This is D&Recap, where I summarize 5 episodes of D&Me at a time. Episode 6, Kenku Confrontation. Rock regains consciousness with his half-orc relentless endurance. He and the other boys defeat and tie up the Kenku, once poorly and better the second time, and they find out the Xanathar Guild broke into this Zent warehouse and killed everybody around. While Rock questions the Kenku, Tipsy finds a stash of silver bars and valuable paintings, Onyx finds a paper bird, and Toot Toot finds Rainier hiding in a storage closet. Rainier believes that the Xanathar Guild mistook Floon for him and took Floon down into the sewers beneath the city. At the end of my boys exploring the warehouse, Onghil swoops in and hauls the Kenku away. Episode 7, Crappy Encounters. In one last looting of crates, both Onyx and Toot Toot get new armor, and the party leaves the warehouse for the sewers beneath Waterdeep. There, they get their asses handed to them by a gazer, a one-eyed floating being with 4 short eye stalks. Afterwards, Rock and Tipsy branch off and encounter a mischief of were-rats. Tipsy narrowly gets bitten by one named Remy, but seems to have made a connection with his sister Cleo and their father Algernon. Returning to the rest of the group, Toot Toot then asks loudly what happened, unknowingly triggering an arrow trap. Episode 8, Stone Halls and Close Calls. The arrows were shot by a pair of goblins hiding in the walls. After defeating them, my boys then explored their first dungeon in Dungeons & Dragons, the Xanathar Hideout, finding 2 human bandits from Episode 1, Floon, with a half-orc apprentice wizard named Grumshar interrogating him by violent means, and a mind flayer with an intellect devourer in its lap. A fight broke out, causing one of the human bandits to die by Onyx's anchor, the second to be gored by Toot Toot, Grumshar being taken out by Tipsy's acidic chromatic orb, the mind flayer running away. But in the titular close call, the intellect devourer knocked Rock out and tried to devour his intellect, but Rock's 15 intelligence saving throw won over a DC of 12. Rainier then kicked the intellect devourer behind a stone throne, leading to Episode 9, Band Aid. Onyx pushed the stone throne onto the intellect devourer, squishing it. Toot Toot made a quick alliance with Ban, the bandaged bandit, whose teeth were knocked out by Yagra in the first episode, and who Toot Toot gored in the last episode, with him promising to be an informant, telling the party of the Xanathar Guild's goings-on. Our boys then got rid of all the bodies in the gray ooze coming up from a lavatory, and they escaped through a secret passage leading up to a halfling home of the Peabodys. Episode 10, Return Reward. After cleaning themselves off, they returned to the yawning portal, where they delivered Floon safely back to Volothamp. Not having the gold he promised them, Volo offered up instead the deed to the Troll Skull Manor and Tavern, a property up in the North Ward. Winding down the night, my boys ate and drank. Tipsy tipsily jumped from the 3rd story of the yawning portal onto the rope leading down into the depths of the well. His friends narrowly rescued him. And Toot Toot checked out the music situation, meeting 3 Strings, a human bard, and ended the episode by singing Waterdeep, an excellent rendition of Waterloo by ABBA. Thank you for watching and listening. Tune in to the next episode of D&Recap for episodes 11 through 15.